the rolling bear market, as you're talking about it, plays a role in something that we've been talking about for the last few weeks. This research that you've been doing in something that you're calling the divergence. I know that you're kind of finalizing all the aspects of that research.
Right.
What's the latest with that, and can you tell us anything more about it?
Right. So divergence is the most exciting market phenomenon I've ever come across and I've ever researched. Just carte blanche. That's what it is. We've talked about it before. We'll be quick about the recap.
Yep.
Stock prices and fundamentals should correlate and always do correlate, will almost always do correlate. The correlation between a stock price and its revenues, the company's revenues, is about 0.88 over the past 3 to 4 decades. Stock price and earnings correlation is about 0.93 over the past 3 to 4 decades. So you're talking about a correlation between stock price and fundamentals of about 0.9. If a company's revenues and earnings trend higher, the stock price should too. If the company's revenues and earnings go lower, the stock price should too. Pretty simple thinking. Every once in a while, you get big breaks in that correlation. That break is what we're calling a divergence. When that divergence gets especially large, we're calling that a divergence phenomenon. Mm-hmm. During those divergence phenomenons, so long as the company's revenues and earnings continue to go up, the stock price rebounds significantly, snaps back to that revenue and earnings, that fundamental growth trend line. And historically speaking, when these phenomenon emerge, such as 1988, 2001, 2008, during periods of peak market volatility, when investors are freaking out that this company's not going to grow because the economy is going to collapse, that company does end up continuing to grow regardless. Stock price bounces back in an enormous way. When that happens, the returns tend to be about 150% over 12 months, around 10 times over 5 years, and really, multi-1,000% gains if you look out 10, 15, 20 years. So we're talking a phenomenal once-in-a-decade buying opportunity, and we're seeing this phenomenon emerge right now today in those very hyper-growth tech stocks that we've been talking about. So it really plays into this idea of, hey, we rolled into a bear market. We're about to roll out. These divergent stocks, these stocks that have diverged significantly from their fundamentals, are already washed out, are ready to hit that play button and start soaring while the rest of the market continues to struggle. That's what we think happens over the next few months. So we're really bullish on this divergence opportunity right now. We think the time to buy, the perfect time to buy, is rapidly approaching. And we're doing all the research we can to find the best stocks to capitalize on that opportunity. Stocks that have been completely blown out, have a great short-term catalyst, have a great long-term growth trajectory. I'm looking for some insider buying. I'm looking for favorable cash flows. I'm looking for a dirt cheap valuation. When I see that, that's a type of stock that I'm really going all in on right now, because I think there's a huge opportunity for those stocks to double or triple over the next 12 months. And this is the one time to buy it for multi-1,000% returns in a long time horizon. So I honestly, Aaron, I've been bullish a lot of times in my career. I have never been more bullish than I am right now. I think the timing could not be more perfect. The opportunities cannot be bigger. I'm foaming at the mouth, dude. Foaming at the mouth.
Now, I know that you and I are both on the same mind with this, with regards to this podcast. We want to make sure that our listeners get as much as they can out of you from your insights into the market. But this divergence research that you're talking about right now, if our listeners wanted to find it, where can they find it?
Yeah, so what we try not to do in this podcast is make it a sales pitch. We don't want to plug in links and have you go and buy stuff. That's not the style we're going for here. We want this to be for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes, to really just help people get a grasp on the markets. But having said that, if I'm going to throw one link at you, it's going to be this link. And it's the only link I'm going to throw at you for the whole year. I promise you that. Because this is a phenomenal opportunity. I'm going to be doing an emergency broadcast to people who sign up for what we're calling the Divergence 2022 watch list. And I'm going to go over exactly what's going on with this divergence phenomenon. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell people exactly what I'm seeing, what my charts are showing, what my models are showing, what the data is showing. I'm going to walk people through the previous divergences of 1988, of 2001, of 2008. I'm going to show them what happened then, why it was so amazing, and what the returns look like over the next 12, 30, 24, and 36 months. And then I'm going to show people exactly what stocks I'm looking at right now, my top 10 picks for the Divergence 2022 that I think can score fantastic returns over the next again, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. These are stocks that I believe, even if the market crashes, even if we take a 20% spill lower in the S&P, which is possible. Even if we do that, I think these stocks are still going to soar, because that's exactly what happened in 2001 and 2008 during the previous two divergences. The markets continued to spill lower, but certain divergent stocks, high quality divergent stocks, soared. I think we're on the cusp of history repeating itself. That's why I'm super bullish on this. That's why I'm never going to throw a link at you except for this one, because I
Gotcha.
think it's the one opportunity that people need to be paying attention to right now. It's the only thing in my mind that matters in the markets today, is capitalizing on this phenomenon.
Thanks for watching HGI Clips. For the full episode, head on over to our sister channel at Hypergrowth Investing by clicking the link in the description, or listen to the podcast on any of your favorite streaming platforms. We make new episodes every Wednesday, so make sure to check it out and subscribe to never miss any of Luke's Hypergrowth insights.